away from NA, so we know why he's here. It's for the real action. You've got to throw it out there. I love you, Steve.
Oh,
You know what? I love NA as well.
Oh, don't backtrack now. Wussy baby. No. You got to stick to your guns. If you're going to say it, stick to it.
I said it. I said it, didn't I? I've done it. I've done my own grave now. It's all going to start.
Brave boy. Sorry, no one from NA's awake yet. You're fine. You've probably got like an hour or two until you're in trouble.
It's like a delay. Like we're in a 10-minute delay. They're just on an hour in about an hour's time. The Twitter feed just lights up. It's like, well, okay, everyone's awake now. I see. I understand it.
Right. Well, PUBG. I feel like I haven't looked at this in a week. Now, I do want to kind of look at the teams that, aren't our normal headliners. If there is any hot drops, is anyone close by? Not sure if this is going to be the map we see it on. Maybe we will. I feel there's plenty of options here, But there are lesser known names to those who maybe only want it because they definitely know a lot of these teams kind of favoring, and we'll see if that works out. And speaking of Besiktas, taking a lot of attention early on by the cutest team in the world, the Nuclear Penguins, and that's not a good start for Besiktas, losing out on 2. As we do see Hellscream getting a good couple of points for the Penguins to begin with, and there might be more victims, Rich.
We'll keep on going. Out of the all 3 teams that came through the MEA qualifiers. Oh, look at this straight. Pogo's going for the push-up, and they're already dead. Well, okay, 5 minutes in, and you're 16th place. Okay, Besiktas, welcome to the big
zone at the foot of the hill by the church. But yeah, we do see an early fight between Na'Vi and TQ. Very uncharacteristic. Yeah, this is what I'm talking about. They went out of their way to head up north. Again, could just be their rotation route, but it's hyper far out of a traditional route into this circle. So very interested to see what the knock-on effect of that might be.
More recently, Gaxi, currently I don't know what's going on with him at the moment. His personal circumstances, whether or not he's on a team. But to see Gaxi unsigned by a roster at the moment is kind of strange and telling of the times. Like, things are changing. Hell, from the charity showdown, we saw 3 CIS teams take 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Shots up and exposed. Magisters fell victim to that. So they got a bit aggro initially. Quizzy could have done with getting the initial tanks, but it's kind of worked out for him, and that's generally because of Red Zone's mistake. Red line, red zone. Red line, red zone. I've got to make sure we get that right. It's going to be another one of those again.
It's never easy. We are seeing most of the teams kind of centralizing up, and I'm quite surprised we've had, that full squad wipe at the start. That was a little bit uncharacteristic of a traditional game, but we do have new teams into these lobbies that may come in with their own ideas. So for now, we just kind of look at the centralized area, which is and this fight is just it's not ending anytime soon, is it? Oh, Red Zone, 22 energy, aren't letting them get away.
I mean, they pulled up to the compound, so I kind of understand it. They want to try and potentially make something happen, and this is what we do see when we find,
Does this create a one-way smoke, potentially? His days certainly do feel numbered here.
Yeah, job done. Zampo comes in, nailing the coffin, 15th place. And to lose 2 teams at this stage is kind of uncharacteristic to me, get out of the fight that they did initially engage. Kissick decides to fall off the back of his bike. It's okay, mate. Faultless is there. Hopefully no one's behind you. For now.
Next time nice and quick so they can focus on their transition, but you're going to already see Faultlessly at the foot of the hill trying to find a way forward. Unity trying to make themselves, cut a little bit of a route in, already receiving a lot of attention from Northern Lights, but they GF behind them have been paying big attention. Oh, this is not a nice car. That's a vehicle I don't want to be in. Already they're losing out on players as well. Maybe in almost a bit of a kindness there because they're being picked apart. Senya's trying to chip in on it. Senya's actually flushed both of the players that got picked out of the car, I'm pretty sure. So Razor Edge really suffering heavy numbers there. I don't know if that was a necessary transition. Maybe they felt it was. I thought they were already well within that circle, but it's only going to be punishing, and Faultlessly's angle is going to be huge. FaZe are in big danger. Uber has to bail them out somehow in a 1v potential 3. Yeah, that's a flush. FaZe maybe should have disengaged earlier, but there isn't an easy answer to that.
With the Razor Edge one, it's a questionable play. You did see one player get knocked out the back of the vehicle. It was on fire, and the kill feeds, if anything, unfolds from that side. Ruzen, as we do move over. Unity to hold back the Penguins. A good nade will be vital. Try and knock some health off and then get stuck in. But there is one back on the opposing side. Hellscream. Two Ukrainian players going at it 1-1. The rest of the Russian rosters will crack on here. Another nade up and over we go. We'll see nothing of that at the moment, but it's actually FaceClan who's mopping up on this. They're in the distance. They've lost players themselves, and Uber just keeps on going. That's a third knock, potentially, if my mind's right. Set the next one to fall down on the back of Zorf. Uber again just getting involved in this one. He has been pinned to the backside here. He's outside of the blue. He's following all this. For him, 2 players down with FaceClan. And with what I've just seen on that swing as well, that is absolutely diabolical. This is not what people expected. This is just about to get to a wild game. When you see this map and you see where the circle has shifted to, I thought, like every other team in this game, this was going to be a power grid finish. It ain't. It absolutely ain't. That is a hard shift to Picado.
Wildcats are laughing in this. They started in Picado. They've shifted up towards the hillside, but every one-man band to try and make something happen. Oh, Bogger, the poor penguin, might just walk into a trap. Deckers, it is nice little knock to start with. Let's see what this man can do.
I'd be surprised if there's anything else, to be honest. Everyone realistically should be getting inside that circle. It will pull away from the hillside behind Picado, so I wouldn't like to be anywhere where the Wildcats are. You can't do. Oh, right, see, do you realize someone's behind you? Of course you do. Beetle down and dead in the dirt. Rather unfortunate. Orange out to the blue as well. Instant knock and flush. 5 kills between Uber and Itzy, so they're making this work as a 2-man roster. Pretty decent to at least pick up the points. May even be able to sneak it into the top 10. We shall see. Game frame on transition directly in front of them. That'll be the next passing fight that will probably happen in terms of FaceClan. 1440 by 1080. That's a great name. I'm assuming that would be your... You got the last 2 players that raise your edge in there. Picture perfect. Just like that. 1, 2... Thank you. The rest of them are going to flood down. Is that a third? If you get this. Oh, go on, Neil. Find all 4. Monkey actually starts to clean up crew as well. If he gets this, it's disgusting. One man holding the entire ridgeline himself. Only silenced by the shots from a distance. Nade does come, so at least there is some kind of respite for now. Second one's a little bit too far, but to knock 3 like that, that's a good job by Nailup. Monkey just has to survive and get the res.
But Monkey's got to get it right, you know? You don't want to start that res and then be caught on the push, so does seem to be able to kind of get the timing right. Tico, they're going to find 8C on the push-up phase, just trying to work with those 2 final players. Uber has been having a bit of a monster game as well himself individually, so let's not write him off in this. Tico going to be using the low ground, but the rest of his teammates have fallen by the wayside, and now another pull-up. Too much to handle for TQ. But for Raise Your Edge, they've got to know that now they're in trouble. But I think we just saw Monkey get found by Squeaky. So more players paying attention over towards the east, as that's the kind of Ents, Na'Vi kind of style coming in. And Northern Lights picking up that position is going to be pretty big for them here. Now, Senja's been found, and that's going to be the Wildcats starting to look towards the east themselves. Far out in the distance will be Na'Vi, the CIS god sitting out there, having a great performance before. But now, not a great game to start with. Yes, they've been...
It has to go beyond this, and this is why I was saying earlier on. I don't think you survive to the late game, to the latter final 2 circles, if you're currently not in the south from 2 circles ago. You had to get to Picado and beyond. You had to go down to the south. This now makes it much more difficult. If you've got the smokes, which can provide you the cover, like Na'Vi is slowly but surely doing, eventually they will run out. They only had 3 players going into this, so it was always going to be a difficult run. But then you've just got Ents who are playing gatekeeping right now. They're the bouncers. They are just stopping everyone and denying movement from the north down to the south. Na'Vi's gone, FaceClan's gone, 2 teams back to back, just get battered, and now it comes down to the Wildcats.
No knocks or no damage is going to be telling from them, and it is only 2 from the Wildcats. Now it looks like Levin and BSD are going to kind of back off this one. The nade's done enough. They can peel away from this. They could consolidate with the rest of their team, pull themselves into this, and then maybe try and clean up what's going on down here. And again, we are seeing, wait, look at Snip. They're sending it up to the hillside? Wow, okay, this is not what I expected at all.
BSD finally, dagger in the back, comes into play and picks up a ton of frags for his team. That's decent. My only still issue with Wildcats is that they've been questioning. We can take a team while they're in a weaker position. That's a damn good near. That's a 2-for-1. Squeaky, who's the last man standing up high? Do they have him? They do. 6th position for Ents. They got aggressive. They got a few frags. But all of a sudden, Snip, from nowhere, decide to send it upside the hill and punish them. Punish them hard they do. They kick them out the lobby and they claim the frags.
That late game push was so well done. I guess keeping those vehicles, staying safe in Picado, and then timing the push. Excellent work. Sadly for Ents, they were just on the receiving end, but the Wildcats aren't without their own troubles. They're getting attention from Tornado Energy. But But again, there's more looking towards this. As soon as they see someone getting engaged upon, okay, well, can we dive in? Can we get a third party? But this hillside will be very, very polarizing soon. This will cut off after this circle closes in. You won't be able to swing around on the north. So you can see Snip just controlling the northeast. Good tag from Melman. But now he's got multiple targets, potentially on multiple fronts. So he has to be very, very cautious where he peeks on this. And there it is. There's that danger she created. And the Wildcats, 6 kills, 3 alive. Not so bad, not, you know, holding on to this. It's the example, trying to be a bit of a danger off towards the side as well. He's the last one alive for Tornado Energy. Nade comes in. The Wildcats want to handle this quickly. This doesn't want to go on for long, and it doesn't. Rupture, nice work. Clean pick up top 4 positioning. They did start in Picardo, keep in mind, so they haven't had to... That's interesting. I want to see how long they leave that to build. Maybe they feel that they can be kept safe by this fight happening instead. Ooh, big boy shot from Kissick. Clean connection. That's what you want to be seeing. And it opens up an avenue of approach. Suddenly, the arena's looking a little bit more vulnerable. Now, we're going to have to keep attention.
Kind of sit here, to be honest with you. They're in a ditch. They can... They're not too exposed for now. Inman takes out Zeko. That's only a knock. Wildcats may be able to make some sort of push on that if they want to make the approach that go through a PUBG player's mind. There's a lot of obstacles that you have to overcome. And some of the top-tier teams, it's what they do so well. It's looking at your exit options. It's looking at what happens if the circle moves here. Your next plan of attack. At the moment, they're up against the blue with nowhere real to go. And all the teams up in the northern side. That's a nice little dink. Ruptured down. That's it. So at least now they can maybe get down the hill. The blue I'm seeing there, BSD, could be sticking the res. This will be difficult for anyone who's already up there.
Yeah, I think for now, if you're Snip, you're just trying to outlive the Wildcats. Although the Wildcats have done more than enough. 9 kills, you know, top 5 position, pretty happy. I don't think they'll be able to leave this hillside, and I think they know that. So they're just trying to frag out while they're up there, not give points away to teams that could be potentially trying to chase them afterwards. So you will be seeing, at least for now, Snip outlive them. They were kind of tucked in a position that they couldn't quite get away from. The transfer away had been a drop down the hillside. They're going to create potential opportunities you wouldn't be given otherwise. But again, they get closer and closer. Now they're right next to WP, but there's one of the players waiting to catch Artix easily. Now Kissick, last one standing. Can he do any damage here? 2 players in front. This is about as far as he can go to the left side. He's going to have to go into frag out mode if he wants to go any further forward, and Mike is looking for him. Smoke barely keeping him safe here. Damage coming through, being tagged up, able to be spotted. Luke just about catching a glimpse. Oof, any of those shots coming in is going to be really, really quite deadly, Rich.
You can essentially hold him dead to rights, and with him and on the backside, once that smoke dissipates, he's dead, just like that. You're down to your 2 teams, Snip versus with potential. You had a WP playing not so long back in the group stages. We'll see if they can fare better here this time round.
Oh, no, stuck on the door.
Stuck on the door? That's a 2.
Rich.
Okay, so Luke's just opened this up completely.
Wait. Look at this. Look who's above. Look who's around the back. This is the perfect flank. Oh, this could actually keep things all going towards WP, and he just about saves it in time.
Wow.